Hey everyone, my name is Jay. I'll be real quick here. I want to explain what we're doing. We're going to take some 4/4 lumber and we're going to mill it down into, or resaw it down to 11.5 by 4 inch by 3/8 inch thick planks to use in the woodworking shop. To start the process, we're going to inspect the lumber and find nature's beauty, or what customers would call imperfections. We're going to mark those off and remove them because customers don't like that in their product. The goal behind marking it is when we take it to the table saw to rip it to the width, the final width that we're going to use. We're going to try to align the wood in the cuts so that we can take a cut, as we're doing right here, and hopefully by the time that lumber runs through, we have at least one piece that's good, and the other piece we can put in the resaw pile. The resaw pile, or the glue up pile, we will glue a couple of these strips together, and once it sets and the glue is dry, we'll repeat the process again and again until we get all the good lumber we can get out of it, and we can get rid of the imperfections that the customers don't like to pay for. The reason we're doing a voiceover is because the power tools and YouTube, and of course we have music going in the shop that YouTube doesn't like, so we decided it's easier just to mute the audio. So next we're going to the miter saw. This is a pretty quick process actually, because we have a stop block set up on the left side. This miter saw process is pretty quick. We just move the boards over to the stop block and run the cut. And I like the miter saw because when we're running the miter saw, we can raise the blade vertically. So if we hit a knot, or we hear the blade slowing down because the wood's a little more dense, we can really we can have more control over the cut versus the table saw. So I do like using the miter saw when we cross cut. This step is the most intimidating. This is the part that I don't like, and I just don't have a bandsaw with enough horsepower to plow through these 4 inches of wood. But as uncomfortable as I am, this is how it is normally done in the woodworking world. Done it thousands of times and I'm just not comfortable doing it yet, so I need to upgrade to a bandsaw that can handle it, so I have a little more comfort here. But basically we raise the blade to about 1.99 inches. I don't know what that is in imperial because we use metric in the shop, but I raise it to just under 2 inches, make the first pass, and then raise the blade just a hair and make that second pass, flipping the board, of course, as you've just seen here. Again, this is really intimidating. If you're not comfortable, please don't attempt it, but this is how everybody seems to do it. And the final step is obviously inside that cut, there's going to be burn marks and saw marks and whatnot, so we need to run it through the planer and clean it up. And also that cut doesn't bring it down to the exact 3/8 of an inch that we need, so we're going to run it through the planer here. It's going to take a couple of passes, maybe 3 or 4 passes per plank to get it perfect to the exact height that we need. And you guys all know what planing looks like, so I'm not going to run this in full speed, but I'll turn the speed up and watch the trash can to the right there as it fills with sawdust. That's why I left the video clip on there. I thought it was interesting. The time to mill all this wood, 40 board foot, we were about an hour and a half cutting it at the cut to the width, and then we were another hour at the miter saw, and then we were almost 4 hours cutting it to the thickness on the resaw, because it's just it's a slow process. And then the planing was another hour and a half, so it was about a 9 or 10 hour day to go through this 40 board foot. So your mileage may vary, but that's about what we got. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Appreciate you letting me share it, and hope somebody got to take something from this and learn something. If you have any questions, feel free to post, and stay tuned to see what we're going to do with the wood here. Y'all have a great day.